So talking about this here, the internal CSS is very self-explanatory. So if you just take a look at it very well, you will understand it. So it's internal. Everything has to be done inside the style tag. Okay, everything has to be done inside the style tag on the head section. So you have to open a style tag on the head section for you to do your internal CSS. External CSS. External CSS is also self-explanatory as well. External style sheet, you can change the look of an entire website by changing just one file. If you have to create another file, if you have to create another HTML file, you have to create another CSS file also, which means you have to create two files, CSS and HTML, for the both of them for themselves. So each HTML page must include a reference to the external style sheet file inside the link tag. That's the link tag, the link element on the head section. So it has to be on the head section. Let's go to an example of this. Let me explain it to you. Now every HTML file must be linked to the CSS file with the link tag in the head section. So now let's say this is our HTML file and this is our CSS file. This is our HTML code, this is our CSS code. Okay, now to make this CSS code now affect this HTML code, we have to link it. We have to link the two files to each other. So it has to be linked to each other. So this is how to link your external style sheet to your HTML. You open the link tag, then this rel is like the relationship between the two files. HTML file now is asking you what's the relationship between me and the other file. See, now the relationship is style sheet. Now you're telling the HTML file that the other sheet is a style sheet. It's not a JavaScript, it's not a PHP file, it's a style sheet. Okay, so you identify it here. Now the HTML file is also asking, so where is the CSS file? How can I locate the CSS file? Now for this HTML file to locate the CSS file that you are trying to link it to, you have to use this href tag. href equals to, then you open, then the style tag, then you put the style, your style sheet name, the name for your style sheet, which is style sheet.css. So it has to be the name. If it's not the name, it's not linking. So the two has to be together. Now after putting that, the link tag, which means you have linked the two files to each other, then before the colors will be effective, before the element, the properties and the values here will affect your HTML file. Now the body, this body now is a property of the style sheet. Then the value, like this is the property of the style sheet. The background color of the background, which is the background color, say the yellow. So the background will be yellow on your HTML page. Now going to add them, we'll call the heading. Then the heading now appear like what's up, what color do you want? And I say okay, the heading, give me a white color for my text on the heading, then give me the margin of 20 pixels for my text. So the heading now, the color is white, so it's not becoming effective. The color is white, so you see the CSS now is affecting the HTML files because you call it out with the link tag. So it's very easy. So you can also do that by yourself. Go online, do more research on it. Inline CSS is very easy and is more powerful, I think so. Inline CSS is the type of CSS that is applied to a style sheet, to a single element. The CSS attribute can contain any CSS property. Inline CSS property is written within the style tag. So it's written within the style tag of the particular element you want to style. It has to be on the line of the particular element you want to style, which is the inline. For example, our HTML page, it's our HTML file. Okay. Now this is the heading and this is the paragraph. The heading is, if you see the heading is carrying style, color, blue, text alignment, center, which means this style now, this CSS style now is going to be only effective for this heading because it's inside the line of the heading of this heading. I hope you understand that it's inside the line, which is the inline. Then you see the paragraph, this P, you see P, style for P, color red, and you see the color of the text on the P tag is red. So it's very easy. It's very easy. This is, you can see everything is in line, everything is inside the line. It's very easy and very effective. Out of all the CSS types, the inline CSS is more effective in the browser. It overrides internal and external style sheet, which means it overrides the other style sheet. If you load your web page, before the external style sheet element will load, before the internal style sheet element will load, the inline CSS element are already loading. Like if you load the page now, this heading style will first to jump out, like will jump out with this color to load fast on the page than that of the external page, that of the external file and the rest. So the inline CSS is more effective when you load your page. The inline CSS is what comes out first. The colors is what will come out first. The text alignment, the rest of it is what will come out first before the external style sheet will be loading, before the internal style sheet will be loading. Inline CSS, inline style sheet has already loaded. Okay, I hope you understand that. So it's very easy. So thank you for staying with us. It's very, like I said, everything is easy. If you want to go more on it, you can go on our Facebook page. You see more of our CSS tutorials, so it's very easy for you to learn that, especially online. Just stay with your computer, stay with your phone, be consistent with the coding, make sure you do work every day, work on the coding every day, make sure you code something every day so that you can become more effective on it. So thank you for staying with us. I really appreciate your time and the rest of it. Thanks, guys.